And welcome back to More Approved. Today, we're going to be changing some outdoor light fixtures. The process for this is pretty simple and easy. We're going to go over it step by step, so you have the confidence to do it yourself if you want to. And for this project, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, a pair of wire strippers, a non-contact voltage sensor, a pair of vice grips or pliers, and a crescent wrench. You'll also need some silicone caulk to seal the fixture to the house, and as always, make sure you consult a licensed electrician before starting this project. Improper installation could result in property damage, serious injury, or worse. First step is to turn the circuit breaker off and make sure there's no power going to this. Then we're going to take out those two screws, pull it out, just verify with a non-contact voltage sensor that there is no power going to the unit, and get it out of the way. Then we'll get the other one ready to put in place. All right, so we have two screws. We have one on this side, we have one right on the other side. I'm going to start with this one first. They're pretty rusty, so you may struggle with these a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. And this is why we have a pair of pliers. This screw does not want to come out because it's all rusted. That was easy. Now we'll take out the second screw. This one's probably going to be a pain as well, but we shall see. And that one's not moving anymore, so to the pliers. So now that we have this out of the way, we're going to check these wires and just make sure that there is absolutely no power going through here. Turn on our voltage sensor, and we're clear. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And this one was hooked up improperly. The earth ground wasn't even in place. So we're going to take out these two screws and then just go from there. All right. And you can see they just painted over all the wires and did not really care about anything else. We will need to get some caulking because obviously there were signs of water intrusion, so we will need to caulk the top and at least the sides to make sure water doesn't get in there and cause any issues. So this is going to have to be mounted this way. There's no other option to it. So we just got to check, make sure these wires don't have any issues on it. It looks like just paint over there. There's no bare wire exposed. We're going to have to push that in a little bit. And then we're also going to have to clean this paint off of this ground wire to make sure that we have an actual grounded unit. And you want to make sure it's level. You can also get a little level and put it on there to make sure it's absolutely flush and perfect. But what I'm going to do is get it into place, and then we can tighten it up afterwards. All right, so we're going to use the same screws because these are a little bit odd. I want to make sure that this does not come loose. So since this is not a standard screw that would come with a fixture that I'm aware of, we're just going to put those back into place. They look all right. So let's go ahead and get one started. So that's just finger tight. Now we need to clean the paint off of this wire. Now we're ready to put in the new light fixture. There's usually a couple of bolts holding like a bottom globe or something on. Take those out of place. It's going to be a lot easier to mount this without all this weight on there. And if you drop it, you're going to have to replace this bottom piece. So on the back of this, you're going to have your bare wire. It's going to go bare to bare. Make sure you get all that paint off of there before you attach these two together. We're also going to take a loop of this and put it underneath this ground screw right here. And then we're going to go black to black and white to white, wire nuts on it, and then we're good to go. So I'm going to start with the ground wire because this is actually going to help me to hold this up. I'm just going to take and wrap this ground wire around there at least once or twice. Leave a little bit of space so you can get the end of this to the end of that. Go ahead and tighten that down. And then we'll go ahead, put a wire nut on here. Make sure you have a nice twist on it. You're going to want that non-solid wire to be out just a little bit past the solid wire. Tighten that down until it bottoms out. Give it a little tug, just make sure it's firmly in place. We'll go ahead and tuck that back. Make sure your wire nuts are facing up, so if you do potentially get water in there, it's not going to sit inside the wire nuts. So you'll want the wire nuts to face up if you can, especially for outdoor. If it's like that and the water gets in there, that's just going to cause more problems. So now we're going to do white to white. And same principle, make sure this is twisted. And you're going to have that stranded wire just over the top of the solid wire. Tighten it down until it bottoms out. And that wire started twisting. Nice firm contact. Go ahead and put that in there. Now we have our hot wire. Same principle, make sure this is twisted. Put that up just slightly above. And go ahead and bottom that one out. So go ahead, make sure those are all facing up. Now we can go ahead and put the fixture into place. So these are a little bit short, so we're gonna have to extend out these two screws that are holding the fixture in place, because over on this side, it's not clearing the surface. So we'll just have to back those out a little bit. And it's as simple as twisting it out, and then you have this little nut back here. Just put that into place. We're gonna do the same thing over here, we just need a little bit more space. There we go. Should be plenty of space. So now we'll use the included little washer, put that over that, which I cannot see, and then this. We'll just tighten that into place. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, washer first. So we'll go ahead and install the bulb. After you get the bulb into place, you can go ahead and mount your globe back up, washer down first, tighten the nut back into place. It should be pretty secure, but I'm just going to keep a hand on it. Mount the second one back in. Those are nice and tight, not going anywhere. We're all set. Just have to put a bead of caulk around the top and the sides to make sure water doesn't get in, and then we're good to go. So if you enjoy this style of video, let me know in the comments down below. Did we pick the right lights for this house, or are they completely wrong? Which ones would you guys have gone with? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you were looking for some more DIY videos, make sure you check out my DIY playlist, and make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.